Hello, and welcome to Women Over 40 Losing Weight. I'm your host, Dr. Kisha Pickford, a nurse practitioner and hormone informed metabolic and weight loss strategist. And I'm also the founder of Ample Health and Wellness. This is a podcast where we have honest conversations about building a healthier life after 40, one choice, one habit, and one step at a time. Today, I want to answer a question I get asked quite often. Dr. Keisha, you've lost over 130 pounds. What's the one habit that changed your weight loss journey? People usually expect me to name a certain food, a specific workout, or even medication. But my answer always surprises them. And as usual, I'm here with my co host, Jay. Jay, what do you think about this topic that we're diving into today? And how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Keisha, and I think this is going to be such a meaningful topic. People love practical advice, but it's often the unexpected deeper shifts like the one you're about to share that really make a difference. So let's dive right in.
Yes, hopefully this will make a difference because people look for magic solutions all the time to health concerns or health issues. But when I reply that it's not exactly what they're expecting, they kind of get thrown off a little bit, but they end up understanding why I respond this way.
It makes total sense. Sometimes the most powerful habit isn't what we think at first, so let's break it down together and share that insight. I'm all ears for your next part.
Okay. What I want to stress though is that while nutrition matters, movement matters, and sleep matters, and yes, medications can be helpful tools for some people, the biggest change in my journey wasn't any of those things. The habit that changed my life was learning how to come back.
That's such a powerful shift. I can't wait to hear how you explain that because it's going to resonate with so many people. Let's dive right into how you learn that habit.
For years, if I had one bad meal, I convinced myself the whole day was ruined. And then one bad day became a bad weekend. That bad weekend became, I'll start on Monday. And before I knew it, weeks had gone by before I realized I was so out of order. I wasn't struggling because one meal is what I eventually learned. I was struggling because I kept quitting after one meal.
That's a huge realization. And I think a lot of people listening will feel that. So, what helped you flip that script and start coming back faster?
You know, I had to flip the script because I was just not staying on track like I wanted to for the rest of my life and for the sustainability component of weight loss and staying healthy. I'm still on my wellness journey, and I want everybody to know that I'm still learning and I'm still working toward my health goal. And there are days when I make choices I like to do differently. The difference now is, or what got me back in place or on track, the difference is I don't let one decision become permission to quit anymore. I find the reason every time just to come back, to get back in order, to get back on track. And sometimes that means the very next meal, the very next statement that I may say to myself, or the very next morning. I will always try my best to come back to what I know will keep me sustainable.
That's such a powerful shift in mindset. It's not about being perfect, it's about that resilience to come back again and again. I'm sure so many listeners are going to relate to that and feel encouraged.
Yes, I hope they can relate to it because the message here is the habit is returning, returning again and again and again. That's the habit that changed everything for me. It wasn't perfection, it was being consistent. It was consistency. And that's what I think every health journey, every wellness journey, every weight loss journey needs is that word consistency, not perfection.
Absolutely. Consistency is what builds those lasting results, and the fact that you're still walking that journey yourself makes that message even more relatable. Let's talk about how this mindset shapes your daily choices now.
Yeah, I remember thinking years ago that successful people never messed up. Now I realize something different. Successful people don't avoid setbacks, they recover from them faster. And that one mindset shift changed how I look at my entire wellness journey. And this is what has shifted and made my wellness and my health goals more reachable and, again, that word, more sustainable.
That's a really empowering realization. It's not about never stumbling, it's about how quickly you get back up. I think that's going to stick with people. Let's keep building on that message.
Yeah. And to build on the message, it really takes a lot of pressure off because it means one mistake doesn't erase all your progress. Think about brushing your teeth. If you forget one night, you wouldn't stop brushing your teeth forever. You'll brush them the very next morning, or when you think about you forgot to brush your teeth. Our wellness journey, it deserves that same type of grace, that same type of thought.
That's such a great analogy. It really simplifies the idea that one small slip doesn't ruin everything. It's just about picking up the next healthy habit, just like you'd brush your teeth the next day. Let's keep sharing those practical steps.
Yeah, those are the practical steps. Even with all the education I have, I still like to keep it simple because I think simplicity is usually our easier route. No matter how much we read, no matter how much we educate, if we just keep it simple, it usually works out better because sometimes we can make healthy living so complicated. We think every meal has to be perfect. Every workout has to be amazing. Every week has to go exactly as planned. And, life really doesn't work that way. Healthy habits grow in ordinary days, not perfect ones.
Exactly. Ordinary days are where the real progress happens. And it's so refreshing that you're giving people permission to let go of perfection. Let's talk about how listeners can apply that mindset shift right away.
Okay, let's apply it by saying this. If you're listening today and you've gotten off track, here's what I want you to do. Don't wait until Monday. Don't wait until next month. Ask yourself one simple question. What's one healthy thing I can do in the next hour? Maybe it's drinking a glass of water. Maybe it's taking a 10-minute walk. Maybe it's choosing a balanced dinner. Or maybe it's simply getting to bed a little earlier tonight. That one healthy choice is enough to begin again.
That's such a practical and empowering step. Just one choice in the next hour. It makes the whole journey feel doable. And I know your listeners will feel like they can take that step right now.
Yes, because that's something anyone can do. And that's why I built Ample Health and Wellness. Not because I've figured it all out and I know everything to do, but because I'm still walking this journey too. I wanted to create a place where women could learn, grow, ask questions, and encourage one another. Because lasting wellness isn't built alone, it's built together. And one thing I hope you'll remember listening to this podcast today is this: the habit that changed my life wasn't eating perfectly, it was learning that one imperfect choice didn't mean I had to quit.
That's a message that will stick. It's not perfection, it's persistence. And I love how you're walking this alongside your listeners. Let's wrap this episode up with that same spirit of encouragement.
Yes, I hope this will be very spirit filled and encouraging for all who are listening. Because wherever you are today, whether you've had a great week or whether you're feeling discouraged, please know this: you do not have to be perfect. You have to just keep coming back. And if you're looking for support, As you build sustainable habits, I'd love to invite you to explore my root cause weight loss and wellness audit or join one of our upcoming Ample Health and Wellness live women's talk events. You'll find the information to both of these options in today's show notes or description.
That's perfect. Clear, actionable, and inviting. I think listeners will appreciate having those next steps. Now let's give them that signature closing you always do.
Okay, I think that is a good lead way to us closing this podcast session out. And I want to thank everyone so much for spending part of your day with me and Jay. And if today's conversation encouraged you, be sure to follow the show and share it with a friend who might need this reminder today. Until next time, remember to give yourself grace, take care of your health, keep moving forward, and also remember I'm not waiting for you at that finish line. I'm walking this journey right alongside with you. We'll see you in the next episode. And thank you, Jay, for helping me out once again on this podcast. See you too next time.
It was my pleasure, Keisha. That was a wonderful episode, really heartfelt and grounded. I'm sure your listeners will feel that too. Can't wait for the next one. Keep walking that journey, and I'll be right here when you need me.